All right, guys, welcome back to part 2 of this series where we will take some footage that we just shot and start processing it completely using our phone for free. Now, I want to preface, if you haven't watched the first video on how to record your videos with no equipment using your phone, then definitely check that video out. And now we're going to actually edit that footage that we shot. If you want to follow along step by step, then head down to my description to download all the materials for this tutorial essentially, and you can follow along with your phone using some applications that you can download for free. This works on iPhone and on Android. I'll be using an iPhone today. I'll show an example of what we will be essentially creating so you guys kind of know exactly what the final outcome will be. This is a very basic edit that you will be able to do. So to make this happen for you guys, I downloaded every single free application you could possibly download and made this video in every single one. And the applications that I'll be giving you are essentially the ones that will allow you to do it for free without having to pay for anything. So that's why I'm promoting them. So the first one that we will be using for editing is going to be called InShot. And then the one that we are going to use for captions is going to be MixCaptions. So make sure you have those downloaded on your phone as well. And let's begin. Once you open up InShot, then go ahead and just click on video. Click on new, and then that will bring up all the videos that you can select that's inside of your phone. Hopefully nothing bad's in there. Just select the 2 that we're going to use, and then just click on that green checkbox, and then it will bring everything in. Now from here, we just start editing. So first thing I see is that it wants to make it square. So what I'm going to do is click on canvas and then change that to 16 by 9, kind of like that YouTube icon. And then there's 2 different checkboxes. Do the one that has 2 checks because this applies this canvas setting to your entire project. So click on that and then click apply to all, and then it will apply it, and then you can click the 1 check and it will bring you back to your project. Since I recorded these videos, I kind of already know exactly what I want to do. And that's the great thing about making your own videos, is that you know what you shot and kind of where you need to cut things out. So I know this one video right here, so that's the new attention grabber that I wanted to put into the first video that I shot. And so what I'm going to start now is cut off all the time where I'm not talking. So what I'll do is I'll start with the easy parts. I start from the very beginning and then work my way to the very end. So I'm going to just find essentially where I start talking. So here we go. See how I don't really listen to what I'm saying? I'm just looking for my mouth movements. And that's what you should be doing too. It's when your mouth closes, you're not saying anything. And when your mouth opens, that's when you're going to begin. So just scroll it back just a little bit. That way when the person clicks play, you just start talking. So now that I have the scroll head at the place where I want to essentially start, I can select that piece of video clip or footage, whatever you want to call it. I can split the clip. So there's a little setting right here called split. Since I'm already selected, you can tell that I'm selected on this clip because it has like a white stroke around the video clip. I can now select split, and now it's going to cut that into 2. It splits it essentially. Here's the part where I talk. Awesome. And this is the part that I want to delete, the front part. So you can select that and then just click delete. It removes it. Find the place where I stop talking, and then same process. Select that clip, click split, and then the one that's selected is the part that I want to remove, so just click delete. Awesome. And I'm going to follow this exact same process until I finish. So find the place where I start. Here we go. Click split, and then select that, and then click delete. Easy, right? But this part, I actually have a attention grabber already on it, so I actually have to delete that part. So let's click play. So there's my attention grabber, and then I say, hi, my name is Victor. So before I say hi is where I want to split it. So I have to look for my mouth being closed, and then that's where I'll split. Perfect. Select that clip, split, and select the other one, and then delete. Now let's watch that back from kind of a little bit further back. All right, perfect. I like that. You could make the clips a little bit shorter by moving the frame to right when you open your mouth or close your mouth. That way it's like one finishes and one starts, but I don't worry about that too much. At least I have the beginning part that I want, and then it starts to the middle, and then now I'm going to end it off with cutting off the end. Now that it's completed, I've completed the process of clipping everything off, I will watch my footage back completely just to make sure that this is what I want the final video to look like. So click play and then just watch it back. I'm not gonna make you guys watch it back. I'm gonna watch it back. Perfect. That is exactly what I want. Now that we've done the editing, now let's apply the extra stuff. For example, I love to do my color grading or color correcting next. So select that clip and then you'll find the little filter icon, click on that. And then I love to do just manual adjustments. I have a preset that I've always been using that I think works really, really well for basic color enhancements. So click on adjustments. And what I love to do is bring up the contrast just a little bit and then bring up the saturation just a tiny bit and then bring up the shadows a pretty good amount. Right about there. Perfect. And then sometimes I'll apply a little bit of sharpening. It really just depends on my personal preference, but I'll apply just normally a little bit. And then once you do that, you can see the differences by clicking on this little icon. There we go. Looks a lot better, right? Perfect. I love it. Color correction or color grading, whatever you want. Well, there's a difference, but when you're making filter adjustments like these, it's all personal preference. You can add in more yellow, you can add in more blue, so don't get stuck on this part. This is really just a very basic color enhancement. And then from here, again, click on the dual check marks because you want to apply these changes to your entire project. So click on that, apply to all, perfect. And then the other one. Now I've applied those color effects to the entire project. Another thing I want to do for branding is apply my logo. I want a logo throughout the entire video. So let's go to the very, very beginning. Perfect. And then let's click on sticker and then select the little photo icon and then choose camera roll. Now inside of the project that you downloaded from my website, I have this PNG and a JPEG that I use in this project. So you can apply PNGs, images that have transparency onto your videos using this application, or you can just apply a regular JPEG. Doesn't really matter. So click on my logo and that will then bring that in. You can then resize it. Boom, perfect, and then place it wherever you want to place it. So there's that. And now from here, I'm going to apply this to the entire video clip because I want to have my video branded. So here we go. If you double tap the screen, then you'll get this option to appear, and then you can just click on video end, and then it will apply that to the entire video. Another thing I want to apply is when I am starting to say my name, I want my name to appear on the video. So let's go find that part. First, let me apply the changes that I did to the logo. And now from here, I want to apply some text. So click on text. That will bring this up. Now you can type in what you want to have on the screen. Perfect. Mine turned out red. Yours might be blue or white. Blue, but you can make all these changes inside the application. So I just moved it over to this corner right over here, the bottom left corner, just because that's normally where I always put my lower thirds. Personal preference, there is no right or wrong way of doing it. I also want to change the color. So if you can click on that color wheel and let's click just white. You can also apply a border, a shadow, a label, opacity, all the fun stuff. I'm just doing a white with a black border. As you can see, click on border and then you can apply a color. Another thing that I want to do is add in an animation. So but just click on those three little dots that are moving, and then here you can pick a animated preset. I mean, it's all personal preference. I like this one right over here. It kind of just brings it in and then it'll bring it back out when it's exiting. Once I like it, then just click on the check mark and then make sure that it's in the right placement. I like that placement, perfect. And then you can also adjust how long it's going to stay on the screen. So if I wanted to have it last until I'm done saying my name, here we go. This is where I say 8 years. So I want it to end right here. So I'm going to click and then kind of drag it out. Perfect. And now I have applied my lower third of my name essentially onto my video clip. And then again, just click that little check mark. So one last thing that I want to do is apply a thumbnail already into my video clip. So I always smile in the beginning of my video clips because I know that could potentially be my frame. But if you apply your thumbnail in the very, very beginning, then you solve that solution. So what I want to do is add essentially a new piece. So I'm going to click on this little plus sign right over here, and then I'm going to click on photo and then bring in the image that I shot by clicking on photo, and then here is the image, and then click on the green check. Now it brings it in, but it's not in the aspect ratio that it needs to be in. So again, click on that piece, select that picture, and then from there, click on canvas. And here you can adjust essentially how it is framed inside the project. So using 2 fingers, so hold and kind of, there you go. You guys get it. I'll do an animation on the video, that way you guys can see what I'm doing. And then move it over, here we go, right about there. I like that, that looks pretty, right? Yeah, perfect. So I'm gonna click OK by just that one check mark. And I wanna put this not in between my video clips because it needs to be in the very, very front. So again, just hold kind of down a little bit and then you can see everything in your project. And then I want to just click and then drag over to the front. Boom, look at that. And now I'm going to go click on that photo and I'm going to adjust the time. You just want like that to be up for like a second or half a second and then your video starts. So let's select that clip and make it smaller. And the great thing about it is you can actually see how the time is decreasing on that clip. So now it's set at 1 second, so perfect. That's what I want. And now let's click on play to see what that looks like. Cool, I like it. Now I maybe want to make it just a little bit smaller. So what you can do, same 2 fingers, kind of zooming effect, you can zoom into your project and get more of a magnified look. So for example, I'm gonna just zoom, click undo. Oh, I messed up. So great thing about this program is I can undo, Control Z. So just click on that little arrow down there and that will undo kind of what you did. And I just want to use 2 fingers in my sequence and just zoom in. Perfect. And now that I'm zoomed in, I can select this clip and make it just a little bit smaller. Click on that and make it smaller. There we go. Look at that. Wow, yeah, beautiful. I made it smaller. Now let's click play. My video looks amazing. One last thing is though, I don't want the InShot logo in my video. So you can actually click on the little X and it will delete it. So click on that, perfect. And I just want to remove it once for free. Thank you very much. And once it's removed, now let's go ahead and export this video clip. Why? Because this is going to be our video clip that is the 16:9 ratio with like the bare essentials for us to be able to post online. Now, once this completes, I will then take this video footage and then turn it into a square ratio. I always like to start with horizontal and then 16:9 and then go into square and then go into vertical. That is my workflow. So click on canvas and then go ahead and open up the square ratio. And then once you do that, you can see that you've now gotten a lot bigger. So before we click on that check mark, we want to apply a background. So you can choose background and apply a color, but what I like doing that will help differentiate you from everybody else is have something custom. I like using Canva to create square backgrounds essentially with like a little video template. That way I know what this will kind of look like and it helps me lay out my design. So then that way I can click on this little photo icon and then bring in a custom background for my video templates. That way when you're scrolling through the feed, you actually see like something custom rather than just like a video that was scaled down with 2 color bars and some subtitles. You know what I mean? This is going to help you differentiate yourself from everybody else. Okay, there's a lot of videos being created. You need to help yours stand out. Well, you need to make yours better than everybody else's. You get what I mean, right? You got it. All right. So from here, we're not done. Click on that check mark. And there's one last thing. You want to have something down here before the captions start. So remember how we had the thumbnail? I'll play it back real quick. And then it starts. So when we apply captions, it's going to apply the captions from here moving forward. So you're gonna have this blank spot right here. And to me, now personal preference, it looks a little bit uneven. You have my story, thumbnail, and then just white space. You wanna apply something actually into that. That way when the captions start, it goes away. So let me show you real quick. We'll click on text and then let's type in, nothing fancy. We're starting. And I'm gonna change that color to red. Move that guy down here or girl, whatever it is, text it. and then position it, center yourself. There we go. From here, we'll just click on that check mark, and now that's applied, but it's applied for a little bit too long because once the person clicks play, it will play, and then here's where the captions will start. So I want to scroll in a little bit to see a little bit more. Here we go. And then move this guy back a little bit. The thumbnail, there we go. So boom, right there. Let's play it back real quick. Oh my God, that was perfect. Wow, I'm so good. Well, you're so good too, actually. There we go. So now we have custom square video that we can now use on different platforms, and we still have the 16:9 that we can use on other platforms. So you're literally turning your content that you're creating into different variations. Now we want to also add in captions. Click on that check mark to let them know that you're done, and then click on the share icon essentially to then download that footage. Click on save. Now let's go ahead and open up MixCaptions. Click on new project and select the video clip you want to add captions to. Here it is. Click use because you want to use this footage. And now we want to go ahead and scroll. Boom, there we go. And now I want to click on captions. Now here's the part where essentially it's asking you, do you want to pay some money? I'm going to go ahead and just click cancel because I don't want to do that. I just want to manually add everything in. So now that I'm at that spot, I can just click on manual. Boom. Now here I can start typing things out, or I can use this amazing feature that probably every phone has where it's text to speak, right? No, speak to text. I talk it, it types it. Perfect. Yeah, speak to text. And I like doing that. So obviously we need to know exactly what we're saying. So let me click on the video to hear it back. Let's click manual, and then creating videos can be hard, but you know what? You don't have to worry about that anymore. Now, this might be a little long for this caption, but I wanted to put everything in there, and I'll kind of show you my technique. Perfect. I want to see how they placed it in there. So 1 second, click on that green mark. Now I'm going to go back to looking at my mouth, because here I say, creating videos can be hard. Boom, end. All right. So what I'm going to do is now click on this end icon to then have that piece of text right in that area, but then also click on edit and select the other stuff. Cut. Perfect. And then end my sentence there, and then boom. Now I'm going to click on the green check mark and then add a new one. Boom. And then paste, capitalize that but. That sounds funny. Perfect. And then rewatch my footage, see exactly where I need to cut off again. Now, when you're doing captions, you can spend a lot of time making it perfect with, punctuation and everything like that. But to be honest, I'm getting to the point where I'm just going to make everything like capitalized and not worry about punctuation, because if you're going to watch a video with literally no audio, then you can read subtitles in all caps. Okay. So your time is valuable, and sometimes this isn't the most beneficial part, but it is sometimes required in certain platforms. So pick and choose your battles, but I'm showing you how to do all. Now, there's one thing that I do want to change around a bit that I want to show you. So let's click on that green mark and then click on style. Now here you can make edits to the way that the captions are being displayed or put onto your video. So you can click on font. Now, this feature is what I do not like, but I mean, this is a great application. Hopefully someday they'll fix it. Large does not look large to me. It looks still kind of tiny. I wish I could make manual or bigger edits, but for this application that allows you to do captions for free, this is awesome. But you can make text changes to the way that it looks. Because I feel like this is really small text, go for like the biggest option possible, really thick and bold. And that way there's good readability. Another thing that I want to do is change the fill to black. I want all of that text to be black because the bottom that I have is white. You can change it to a different color. Let's say the bottom was red, then you can do white. Just personal preference. But the background, for this video, will normally remove it. So click on transparency, that way it's not there. Another thing you can do is once you kind of applied all your settings, click on done. From here, now we've made some changes. So now we just literally add in the rest of our subtitles. You know a little bit on how to do that now since I've showed you a few ways. So I'm not gonna drag this video out. I'm gonna just complete it. All right, here we go. Whew, that took a little long, but you know, we are adding captions to our videos. That way when people are watching our video and they're not listening, I don't know why they would do that, they could at least read everything that we say. So you will get a lot of extra brownie points by even just doing this. So don't think it has to be perfect. You don't have to have one line on every single word. It's off-centered a little bit. If I worried about that stuff, I would never put videos out there. So now that I have this done, I'm gonna click share and then select my camera roll, and now it's rendering. Awesome. I'll give it some time to do that. And now what I love to do is go into my camera roll, make sure all my nudes are deleted. Just kidding, I don't have nudes. So here I have the original with the 16:9 ratio, very clean, no subtitles. This is what I can use on like YouTube or something like that. And then if you scroll over, here I have like the non-processed version for Square. That way, let's just say I need to go back and make some changes. I can do that using this one right over here. And then I can scroll over and see the final version, captions and all that fun stuff. So you created so many versions using your phone for free using these applications. Aren't you happy about that? Like, this is awesome. So now that we've done this, we can now go ahead and actually take this footage and post it onto our platforms, which I'll show in my next video. And again, if you haven't seen the first video on how I recorded this footage, then definitely check it out so you can learn about how you can make videos for free using your phone, literally no equipment, and you will gain a lot of valuable information from that. So if you gain some valuable information, please make sure to hit my little heart button and subscribe to my channel. If you would love to learn something, then definitely leave it in the comments. That way I can, make a video for you and answer your questions using these videos that I'm creating, because it's not about me, it's about you and helping you grow on creating videos. So yeah, if you're still watching this, then either subscribe already or watch one of my other videos that will hopefully be on the screen if I did my job properly, or leave a comment of what you would kind of like to see or if you have any questions.